Well, good morning, everybody. I am busy doing a whole bunch of stuff to catch up because the weekend was just crazy. And I'm doing some repotting of plant. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but like a couple of months ago, I had baby birds or a mama bird who decided to nest in my plant container. And so the birds are gone. And I just figured I would go ahead and get another geranium because they literally destroyed it, and I would give it a go again. So this weekend we went over to Walmart and they had some geraniums. They didn't have a lot of colors, so I would love to have all three colors. Usually they come in like three colors, but let me show you the one I did get. It's this one here. It looks a little more red, but it's really more pink. I would love to get like the fuchsia pink one and then eventually get the red one too. So I think those are the only colors that I have seen that geraniums have come in. I don't know. Anyways, it's October, which is so thrilling to me because that means that the mornings are cooler, the weather is cooler, and it's more functional to go outside and do stuff. I know that I've had a geranium before and it lasted for a really long time, like I want to say years. But then I had to move and it ended up dying because I just didn't have the same amount of shade as it needs to have, especially during the summer months. So that was something I learned about the plant. I'm putting perlite in my soil and mixing it up really good because I feel like perlite is your magic trick to making sure that your soil doesn't become super hard. And I think that's really important in Tucson. And I am no pro by any means, but I think it's important in Tucson because we water a lot. And so your soil tends to be depleted and it tends to just not be able to drain well. I know people can use rocks or gravel or things like that, which I would be willing to use, but the reason I don't is because it's heavy and I have to bring it up to the second floor, and then eventually one day if I move out, I have to take it back down, so it's kind of chaos. But overall, I'm a little tired today. I am doing really well. I have recuperated for the most part. My recovery from the surgery I had, trying to get this plant out, and I just think overall my body is now going back to what normal should feel like for me. I'm still trying to work out and trying to stay as active as possible, which tends to be a little bit difficult because I know I just get so tired that it's really frustrating. So I have been doing RPM again, which is my bike situation that I love to do. I do pay for the program. It's $100, so it's quite the cost. But I really like it because it's just in the house. I'm able to do it in my leisure time if I want to. And it's raining outside or too hot, I can do it then. I'm still doing my walking pad. I just feel like I've been catching up on so many things. Plus, I've had quite a few events, even out of town events. We went down to Bisbee for a weekend, which was super cool. I'll have to show you some pictures if I still have them on my phone. And yeah, so that's pretty much been my time. I feel like I'm just trying to catch up on everything and try to make life fun again, So I can't believe all that I went through, because that's crazy to think of myself with just being inside and not being able to move around or do anything. I am fully not withdrawn, but what's it called? Like, I don't have any of the medication in me anymore. So, yeah, I guess that's about it, really. I mean, I'm just doing really well. It's October. I love October. If I didn't mention that yet, I love October. Not only is it like Halloween, which to me is super great, super fun. I wonder what Charlie's going to be for Halloween. Speaking of which, both Gus and Charlie have turned 3. We're trying to potty train Charlie, but he's not for it. So I'll ask him, like, do you have to go potty? And he's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. And, but I did get him to get on the potty a couple times, which he's not really resistant, but he's kind of like annoyed by having to do that. So we're just kind of staying with it, and hopefully all of us together, he'll realize like that's just what you do now. Let me think, what else has been going on? I went to DaVita on Monday to get not an iron shot, but kind of like an iron booster, I guess. And then I went back on Wednesday for my regular appointment. Only I wasn't supposed to go. Apparently I was rescheduled, but the rescheduling part never made it to me. So I just thought I had the appointment. I went back for it. So I did that. And then everything from there is really good. You know, we talked about not getting peritonitis, you know, by having a sterile environment, which is funny because yes, you absolutely need to have a sterile environment, but at the same time, it's really important to stay logical because, for instance, I'm potting a plant inside the apartment, which is going to cause dust, which is going to cause the air to be changed. This is not where I do my dialysis in here, but I definitely have my windows and doors open to have the fresh air in. And I'm just living my life fully. Like, I don't want to be so afraid, because that can happen. You can become so afraid of all the germs that you end up tucking away and becoming so isolated that you're not enjoying life. So that's a big thing. Oh, my hard-boiled eggs are done. Hold on. There we are. So I'm making what's called potato salad for dinner. I just make a tiny little batch because Donnie and I don't really eat a lot of potatoes. I mean, I would eat the whole thing, but he definitely will not. But we are having steak, and has anybody noticed the price of beef right now? Like, I think it's at least $6 a pound. But if you're looking at really good beef, it's like, I don't know, I think I paid $20 or something like that for a package of 3 big steaks. And normally I'll buy a roast and cut it down into steaks, but even the roast prices are so expensive. It's really annoying. I do know Safeway has some like ground beef on sale. I think I'll go by there later today and grab some of that up, because we could definitely have tacos or, you know, something like that. It's just that we eat a lot of ground beef because we eat a lot of burger patties. But I found this great recipe that shows you take like a cake pan and you layer the bottom with mushrooms, and then you put your thawed out beef patties on top, and you season it, and then you take oh gosh, it's like a garlicky spread. It's like a garlicky mayonnaise spread thing, which you can buy at the store already put together and fixed. So you get that. Now the only problem with that is that it does have soybean oil in it, but it doesn't have, the one I picked at least doesn't have the canola oil. So I guess you just have to pick which oil you're gonna go with once in a great while, because sometimes you just can't avoid it. I don't know what it would taste like without that in the recipe. So I don't really want to try it, but I don't know. We'll just see what happens. So anyways, you take that spread stuff and you put it on top of each patty, and then let me think. Okay, so they put frozen spinach on top of that, which I'm not going to do. And then they take a slice of Swiss cheese and they put that on top. So it looked delicious. And the lady who made it was like so smacking over it, you know. So I was like, I think I want to try that because I do love mushrooms, I do love melted cheese, and of course burger patty, and those are all things that we can eat. So anyways, that I'm gonna probably make that on a Wednesday for our dinner. And what I like to do is I will get ciabatta bread, because ciabatta bread doesn't typically have seed oils in it as far as I know. I could be totally wrong, but it's one of the better breads, because sourdough buns for hamburgers aren't really available unless you go to like a specific bakery or something, and sometimes I just don't have time for that. I would love to, but I just don't. So what I do is I take the ciabatta bread, cut them in half, lay them out, and then I toast it. Once I fry up my beef, which I'll have to figure this out, but I toast it in those juices and it's so delicious. And then I'll slap, you know, like ketchup or mayonnaise or whatever, horseradish is one that we really love, on top. And so we basically eat 2 burgers open faced, so we don't have the tops on it, so it's just basically one burger bun. So I'll have to see what I can use for that, or maybe we just don't eat it with bread, because we do that a lot too, just to try to avoid those really gross ingredients. So we're trying really hard, which is I haven't gotten all the weight off from my whole surgery situation, but I'm working on it, and that's all I can do, one step at a time. So anyhow, I'm gonna let you go because I think I need to get some stuff going. Plus it looks like I have an exchange coming up, but I wish you a good day and tell me what you're having for dinner tonight. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.